and Brandon. It's Friday night, 6 p.m. Eastern. Time to go through the sales.
We'll do it live.
Okay.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
What's happening?
As John Walton does, hello there, and thank you for coming back to our show.
Hello, everybody, and
Hi.
welcome to another episode of Rogue 5 Rundown.
This is a show that we go over our sales on our sales page on Rogue 5 Toys. We pick out 10 to 12 different sort of sales, ones that you might not see constantly, unique ones. Doesn't really go by price, just some cool looking ones, and we just kind of go over what's selling and the price points.
Correct.
Consider it like a market update.
Yeah, a little market update. Now, we don't cover everything. We'll just cover some of the items because,
We list too much stuff.
There's stuff listed constantly, and I noticed that this week that our friend John Rula, I don't know if I'm more ashamed the fact that he owned that many modern G.I. Joes. My God, the guy had some modern G.I. Joes. If you're looking for modern G.I. Joes, the 25th anniversary ones, look for them on our page because I don't even know if those prices are right. I have no clue.
He absolutely killed me because number one, he told me that he had sold them all privately, that they were all gone.
Yeah, that's what you told me.
He lied to me. It was just a lie, just to trick me. Like he did it on purpose. And then I would message him during the day and say, hey, I have a collection and I'm selling it today and I don't want my items to get bottomed out. Can you just let me list today? And immediately within an hour, he'll list 7 items in a row and push all my shit down. And I'm just like, John, I cannot wait until you're done selling your crap and then you're done selling on this page already.
Yeah, they're all within a minute of each other. I walk away for 20 minutes and I look and there's 25 modern G.I. Joes on the page. I'm like, where did this come from? I thought he sold them all.
That's what he told me. So.
I've gotten to the point where I'm just listing at night because it's easier for me just to do that, and I'll let you two guys fight it out on there. Because
I've been taking a step back the last 2 weeks. I've taken a huge step back from listing, just waiting for him to get done with his crap so that I can go back to doing that to everybody else myself.
Yeah, well, how many graded Darth Vaders and graded Bib Fortunas are we gonna have on here? Because there's like 45 of each.
I mean, you and me worked good on the page because we're the only ones that were selling. So we would message each other back and forth, or we could at least see on Patreon that you have stuff coming up and I have stuff coming up. So we wouldn't really overstep anybody. But John basically said, I don't care about any of that, and I'm going to step over everybody.
All right, so this is a episode with Rogue 5 Rundown with Chris and Brandon, not Chris and John and Rula and John, our John, the other John. So without further ado, since we're already a little over 3 minutes in, we're going to cover some of the, we don't like to cover any of the common stuff like the loose figures and stuff like that because usually, there's plenty of those on the page. You can look it up. There's a little search bar that you can use right over here that you can use for that. But since accessories are kind of a hot commodity, and I think they're kind of bottoming out right now, I think we've seen they were at a peak here about a couple of years ago. An Imperial blaster, blue-black blaster would go for $25, I'd say, all day long. Then it was 22, then it was 20. Now they're about 18 to 20, depending on which Facebook group you go to. On our page, they're averaging around 18. So, but here's just a few items that you listed here. There's Chris, you can go through here and see what exactly stands out to you. I'm not going to cover every single thing here.
I mean, the Endor blaster is always popular. That goes with like the Leia poncho, the ATSD driver, a B-wing. The pamphlet, everyone loves those pamphlets. The 2-1B probe, very shocked that no one actually claimed that because everyone's always looking for one of those anal probes.
Yeah, $15. I mean, the toilet wand, those go for that all day long. So,
Bestman blasters always sell. And I didn't really have many Rebel Blasters or Imperials, only a couple. Those all sold, but like, you know, you get a lot of collections in with just a lot of extra parts, and I kind of just stick them all together in a pile, and when it builds up, I just list them together. So this is what one was like.
These backpacks are like $5. These are like $2. These are like $8. Prune blaster. I don't know what you had the prune face blaster go for, but
$15.
$15. Yeah, Vibarax $5. I mean, those have come down a little bit.
They don't sell anymore. They used to be like $8-10. They just don't even sell anymore.
Yeah, so I mean, just like everything else in general, I think things have started to slow down a little bit, and but accessories, it's always good to have plenty of those. So here's my listing of this, like I mentioned before. Imperials sold $18 each. Those sold instantly, all 5 of them. This Leia blaster, the blue black, sold for $75, and then I still have a Bestman blaster available there for $8. But I'll probably just put a big lot together with all those on there.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the prices. There's nothing too crazy here. We're not listing like black blasters or anything like that yet, or V5s. This is one that I picked. Chris, you listed this as a no COO AFA 80 Stormtrooper.
Archival case, $125. Prices on loose grading figures have obviously come down a lot. Also, I mean, you go on eBay. This is probably like $150 to $175, probably.
Yeah.
But then by the time you pay all the shipping and the fees and whatever, you get to about $125, $130. So.
Yeah, that's what you walk away from. And I would just say, hey, if you're gonna grade figures, just buy them graded already, because that way you know what you're getting.
Yeah, like the common figures you shouldn't really be doing. You can buy those graded.
Yeah. Here we have an interesting one that I listed. This was snatched up pretty almost instantaneously here. This is a Tron figure, incomplete, doesn't have the frisbee, but these are really cool. I almost want to start collecting these now. I just love the see-through. With the colors are just really, really cool. I always love when I get Tron stuff in, even though I'm not a big Tron guy myself, but I did consider collecting the figures because they're really cool looking, especially with a really nice paint.
Oh, me too. I've considered it many times, and there's a new movie coming out very soon. So
this one sold for $45. These typically go from anywhere from $45 to $80, depending on how nice the paint is. This one has a tiny bit of wear, so
it's all about the paint on these figures. It can go from it's like a Luke Farm Boy that's white or degraded piss yellow. It's all about the paint on these boys.
Yeah, this guy had nice paint. Picked this up in a lot of with some other Star Wars figures that a collection that I picked up. So this is the only Tron piece in there, unfortunately, but it was a nice one that sold for $45. The Tomai Japan 1981. This is a sand skimmer. I remember when these were going for a lot back a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I mean, a guy gave me this to sell for him actually on consignment, and he was just very shocked at what the going rate was for this. Tried to explain to him many times that you can buy sealed versions for $300.
Yeah.
He was under the illusion that you could still get $275 easily all day, and I'm trying to explain to him that you can't. That $200 is pretty much like the going rate right now, like the top of the line going rate. This one is in perfect shape though. Like this came off a crack blister, so this one was very, very nice.
That's a good deal there. Those are some rarer mini rigs.
Yeah.
Here's one that I listed. Now this one's a little bit of an oddball here. It's wallpaper, vinyl wallpaper. Now this was a complete roll, and usually I won't mention any of these this weird kind of stuff here, but the drawing and this ridiculous art that went into making these is just incredible back in the 70s. I mean, look at this. I mean,
never seen these before ever.
No, this is just crazy stuff. This came out of the collection of of a bedroom material that I purchased and bathroom attire. I mean, with bed sheets and wallpaper and curtains. I mean, I think Adam Gothard owns all the curtains that I sold. I don't know what kind of house he has that has 45 windows, but apparently he's going to use them all. But this wallpaper is just insane, man. I just can't imagine somebody in the 70s and 80s having this all over their room, dude. This is just crazy. Anyway, it's 40 plus ship on there. I think these are anywhere. I've seen these go for $100 all day long on eBay. So, decent deal there for somebody. Speaking of Rula and his GI Joes, I picked one of my favorite characters, Zartan, the Master of Disguise. Again, I don't know anything about the modern Joes, the 25th anniversary. These are the ones that came out. I think these prices are okay. I sold a couple of them at a toy show recently, 15 to 20 bucks each just to move them. But I think 25 to 30 is probably the going rate. I'm sure there's more ones that are more rare than others. But if you're a modern Joe collector, I don't know too many of those. Usually everyone's after the vintage ones, but we've had some really good ones on the page here for 30, anywhere from $15 to $30 shipped. So
yeah, John had a lot of these in that shipped range. Shipping no matter what is $10, so you got a minus 10 off and figure.
Yeah, and it ships in a star case too. That's like $3-4 there too. So
yeah,
I think he was just trying to move those out. Our other John that's on the podcast with us. I thought he was going to join us again tonight because we were light on the participants in our latest episodes of our podcast and our Wednesdays wins and whiffs. But these are weird, man. I've seen these priced anywhere from $10 to $40 to, I don't know, man. These are just really cool comics that came out back in the day. That these are bigger than normal comics. But I think $25 shipped is a pretty good deal on these, and shipping is not cheap because these are odd shaped.
No. Yeah, you're gonna need a bigger box for that.
So this is a cool one. I love the art on here, and obviously with Hoth being one of my, and Empire Strikes Back being one of my favorite movies there. So this is one that he listed on there. I think it's a pretty good price, 25 shipped on there. Here's another one. Like I said, I thought he was going to join us tonight, but I don't know. I was hoping to ask him, like, hey, what is the deal with these Spider-Man figures? Because I've seen a lot of different, Marvel Legends and different kind of figures like this, and I was just wondering when this was from, but he's not here, and I'm not going to ask too much, but looks like 2009, I want to say.
Yeah, I was going to say mid 2000s or something.
I mean, 25 shipped. He's usually underpriced on a lot of stuff. I don't know if these are really expensive or what, but those are some cool figures. He added that one, another Spider-Man on there, and these are really neat. And this the
Rhino.
These are really cool figures with Doc Ock here. Super cool. But anyway, 2009 Spider-Man Heroes and Villains. Those are some really cool pieces that are on the page. If you're just joining us, this is Rogue 5 Rundown. We do sales of Rogue 5 Toys. That's our sales page, so join us on there. And if you're looking for anything in particular that we don't cover, there's a search bar here that you can look for. If you're looking for a Reese or a Klaatu, you won't find us talking about it here on this podcast or on this little chat here. But if you're looking for prices for weird stuff like that, just go on there and you can find it. Speaking of weird, here's something that's a mouthful. The Wienermobile.
Yeah, this is the Wienermobile from the Hot Wheels collection. Picked this up in a collection. Honestly, I probably have about 500 to 600 different Hot Wheels, about 15 boxes here of these. It was just thrown into a collection that came with something that I purchased. This one stood out. I thought it was funny. I looked it up on eBay. They were all selling actually in the $10 to $15 range. So I said, all right, let's just put up for $5. Most of them are selling for around $2 or $3, like other ones. So this one sold very fast. I think it was to our friend Brian. So thank you, Brian, for picking that up.
I remember buying these as a kid. I remember when these were for sale on the pegs.
Yeah,
I know there's a couple people that said they'd never seen it before. I remember seeing these, and these were cool. I bought them.
Jeez.
Super cool. Here's one you listed. What's the deal with this? This looks kind of neat. This is $20 plus
I
ship.
mean, it's a modern Django Fett ship.
Okay.
It has the missiles underneath. It has the bombs on top, and I mean, it's fully complete. It's just a cool looking ship, and I'm shocked that it didn't sell, but I'm also not. I guess not that shocked. So.
Yeah, this is pretty neat.
Those are the missiles underneath. And then on top, where the snout goes, there's these red ball bombs that drop out. And I mean, I thought it was pretty cool. I'm just going to give it to my kids to play with if it doesn't sell. So no big deal.
Yeah, that'll be a good one.
They're just going to lose the missiles and the bombs, but I'll probably keep this on the side.
So here's one. This one hasn't sold yet. I checked comps for this on eBay, and these are going for like $175 to $180 if you can find them. These are pretty rare. Princess Leia, Carrie Fisher bathwater. I'm sorry. What are we talking about here? These are soap and shampoo. Some of these bottles are still full, and Lord only knows what's in them. But shampoo and cream rinse. And cologne splash, but with a refueling station. I think this might be extra. I saw somebody listed just this bottle before, but this is the Princess Leia beauty bag that comes with a Princess Leia soap. I mean, I've never seen this before. Have you?
I've never seen this before in my life. Out of all the sales auctions, and I've just never seen this on anyone's sales.
I pulled this out of a box, man, and I was like, what is this? I never knew this even existed. This is one thing that I've never ever seen before, and I did a search on eBay, and there was only one or two of these that have sold recently, and they're going for a pretty big price because of I guess how rare they are. I mean, you got to figure a lot of people use the soap, and a lot of people use the shampoo, and just threw all this stuff in the trash after.
Of course.
So this is nuts. Yeah, still available on there. And then for our final one here, we've got Luke Jedi Palatoy, not Jedi, Luke Bestman Palatoy, 45 back, AFA 75. So this is
nice. Yeah.
The Palatoy one here, and that's still available on the page as well. So good thing about our page is that we do payment plans as well. So if you're looking for an item and you can't really fork out that money right now, we do payment plans, 20% down, non-refundable, and PM for terms if you want to explore that. So that's on our sales page, Rogue 5 Toys.
That is correct.
What do we do on Sundays? We have a podcast called 5 Idiots Talking Toys.
It's now called 4 Idiots Talking Toys.
Four idiots.
We have a Wednesday show called Wednesday's Wins and Whiff of the Week. Just new items that we picked up or any clunkers that we've had with shipping or anything else. We have our Friday show, Rogue 5 Rundown, which is what you're watching right now. And then we have a Tuesday show that Shane and Charles do every Tuesday. Two Idiots Talking Trailers. So if you have paid attention to the last, 8 or 9 Tuesdays, you've probably seen maybe one episode because they do it so frequently.
Yeah, they're so rare. There's no trailers that are coming out. Maybe that's the problem.
Yeah, I think that's more rare than that Princess Leia bathwater.
Correct. Well, if you want her bathwater infused soap, like who's that actress that had that recently?
Sydney Sweet.
Sweetney. Right. Sydney Sweeney. So if you want some Sydney Sweeney bathwater soap, she did that because Carrie Fisher actually did that first. So if you want to get some Carrie Fisher bathwater from the 70s and 80s, I think that's you might want to buy that. So I smelled the soap. It smells good.
Well, this is episode 22, I believe.
I stopped counting a long time ago because I always get it wrong. So,
I'm going to say this is episode 22. Thank you for joining us this whole entire time. Hopefully the episodes have gotten better for you to listen to because we stay under 20 minutes now, which means we have to go now.
Exactly. All right. Bye.
Bye.